My son came home saying, Mom, you really have to see this project. His art teacher had posted up a website that had a couple of YouTube videos, and together we'd watch it. And then I saw an email inviting volunteers to come in.
So this is a Project Z. It's basically modeled after Sarah Z.
She's an installation artist
who takes like real life stuff, piece of like trash or a light bulb or water bottle, and makes it into art.
One of the overarching themes in her work is to make order out of chaos.
For a long time we were just looking at Sarah Z's actual things, so we were just looking at some of her past projects in France, Illinois, and we really just took her as an inspiration and just put it to work.
And then we had kids collect things and bring them in.
We have all been adding and creating this big kind of like masterpiece of art.
And to make sure like nobody brought in some like random stuff, you had to like write something about it and why it like connects to the STEM.
Basically based on everything we're learning, we just kind of brought in stuff, like really fun and really casual.
It's really just like a giant everyday life sculpture.
And then the main project was to combine them all together and find some way to like connect them all.
And it's not about being perfect, and it's about working together and things like that.
To just make art, because a lot of stuff we do in class is very redundant.
The district is very interested in working with kids getting STEAM projects together, really 21st century kind of learning.
STEAM is science,
technology,
engineering, art, and math.
So we have lots of like radios, which connects to what we're learning in science, which is kind of like radio waves, all of the different waves.
Engineering is engineering everything to be where it is.
These students made a connection to a little kind of a primitive model of the striations of the Grand Canyon, kind of mimicking that whole situation, and then connecting that via a piece of yellow string to that actual location on the globe.
We're basically incorporating all of our subjects into this one piece.
With this, it's about working with others, because everything is so intricate and it's so like, kind of interweaved with everything else.
So I did a lot of connecting two items.
A lot of the like inspirational quotes and stuff you'll see is by me.
I brought in an hourglass and a watch, and I think it's kind of cool because like it represents time, and we were learning about that in a lot of our classes.
I brought in just an old router, an internet router. Routers, they connect to internet. You get your wire from your modem, and then it connects everything in your house. It just shows connections.
But I brought in a paper chain. Well, it was all different colors, so that in science we've been learning about colors and the color spectrum, and so people are like bringing things in from like their heart and what they're learning, and I think that's really important because the CMS community is based around heart and soul.
I was there in the beginning when they were just creating the structure, and it was literally an empty page.
So it started off just like nothing was here.
It was a collaborative, as always. We found some large structures that we could kind of maybe create some kind of a foundation with, and we had our first period classes on the very first day, as well as the teachers, kind of start creating kind of the larger foundational pieces, understanding that everything was going to be built from this.
The kids sort of looked at it, like, what do we do? And then they just, without, thought, lots of courage, just kind of jumped in.
And some of those pieces ended up getting moved around quite a bit. We had ladders, we had big boxes.
And I'm kind of the glue gun person, so I get to see some of the projects that happen and the kind of the percolating and the creative work that happened at the glue station. Today I felt like I'd pop up out of the glue station and see where some of these projects have made a home.
This is a lot like improvisational jazz. Students are kind of creating things and then riffing off of each other's little nooks and crannies. Sometimes you don't even know who you're riffing off of, and yet there's an effectiveness that's happening throughout.
Feedback has been good. So this is the first time we've done this. Our hope was we could keep everything intact and it would only be added to. But when you think that we've done this with over 400 students, it's kind of amazing that you're able to come up with something that holds together the way that it does.
It's really fun, and it's a great way for the kids to interact in a really natural format.
Overall, we've really let kids be kids. It's really about their form of expression, and so I think overall they're pretty excited about it and seeing it as their piece.
I just think it's a cool way to represent different things that we've been doing in school and different things that maybe we wouldn't know about each other otherwise that we brought in and put together.
I think it's fun to mix stuff up and have something new.
I had fun working with my classmates and people in my school because it was like we don't really interact with the other grades very often.
Yeah, it's just a fun project to just kind of like do, and bringing our community together.
This was a fun project.
I would definitely do this project again.